welcome and welcome back. We are birds of a feather who knit together, and my name is Jennifer.
And I'm Carol, and we're coming to you from Savannah, Georgia. And today we decided to talk all about blankets.
Mhm.
So we'll start with the one that's right behind us. We have Midwinter knit-along blanket. The pattern is by Martin Storey, and it was Rowan knit-along for last year.
Correct.
So the pattern is based on Nordic and Shetland Fair Isle designs.
Mhm. It was a lot of fun. I did
Yeah.
3 or 4 of the squares. Carol did the remaining squares, but I enjoyed the portion that I did make. It was neat because each one's a little bit different. They're not all the same. I don't remember how you made 4 or 5 of each.
Yeah, and I found that if I I chose one design and then knitted all the ones in that design, I pretty much had the pattern down by the time I was done. I really liked knitting this one and this one, I think. The one I least liked, this boy, even though it
Yes,
looks
I
really
agree.
nice.
That was not the fun one to knit.
Yeah, it was worth it. But yeah, so it was fun to put together, and it goes right here on the couch every Christmas. It's just right. We made it to fit this particular couch.
And several of the girls made pillows out of it in our group, and those were super cute.
Yes, one of the girls, Janna, I think it was, made. She flipped the colors, so her background was red and her pictures were the light color, and it looked really, really good. Much more like it popped more like
Right.
a Christmassy pop of color. And then she knitted a striped back to it, and I think she's eventually going to make it into a plaid by doing
She did talk
rosy
about that,
stitching.
which
Yeah,
would be very, very beautiful, but
yeah,
it was pretty with just the stripes on it.
yeah. And she found a pillow that fitted it perfectly, and we got it finished. We helped her finish it off.
It was fun.
Yes, it was.
So they have a new throw coming, or they call it blanket and a throw. I guess they're different sizes for this season. It's a Rowan knit along, and this one is by a different designer.
Yes,
Do you
it's by
remember who it
Ayni
is?
and Carlos, this
There,
one.
that's right. Different yarn, different designer.
Yes, but it is quite similar in that
Yes.
it has squares that are a red and white design, and they've used a different Rowan yarn for it as well.
A newer yarn, which I don't remember what it is at the
Yes,
moment.
I'm
We can
going
look
to
that up.
put the name of the yarn on here because it was quite a fluffy. I don't know whether it's got some mohair or cashmere in it.
Right.
But anyway, we'll put the description down below, of course, and then I'll put the name up on the screen. But we probably won't knit it because it's so similar to this one for us. But it really looks lovely.
It is pretty.
Yeah, I like Annie and Carlos's designs a lot.
Yeah, they're super fun if you've not
Yeah.
watched them before. That's a great one
Yeah,
to
they
go
have a
watch.
podcast
do.
too. They are fun to watch. They like to garden, don't they, as
Yeah.
well? And they, yeah,
And they're
they
in
have a nice,
Norway, right?
gentle,
Is it Norway they are?
yeah,
And yeah, so they do their little Christmas balls on holiday time,
yes.
and that's fun to
Those
watch.
are very
They're
fun.
pretty funny.
They are.
They
are.
banter well, so it's nice to watch.
And I know when during COVID, they did a knit along where they had designed squares that people could knit for blankets for just all kinds of random things. And what drew me to it was the Queen's 90th birthday celebration, I think, and they had done one for the Queen. So
that's very neat.
yeah, I really wanted to knit it. I haven't done it yet, but I have it in my
You still can.
Ravelry. Yes,
Yeah.
it's not too late, exactly. And you could just do those squares are a bit bigger, so you could do them just as a piece of art to put on the wall. Really, they were so cool.
Nice. That sounds wonderful.
And they had also asked people to design their own squares, so there was. If you go online and look that up, Annie and Carlos COVID special, you'll find all kinds of interesting designs.
I forgot to mention that it's done in the Rowan felted tweed, which is one of our favorites. Very nice yarn.
Perfect for blankets.
Yes.
Which is why we get the next one in it too.
There we go. Which leads us to Carol's working on this one.
Yes, this is still a whip. It's been going a long time. This was also a Rowan knit along. It's called the Elder Throw, and it was released one every 2 weeks, and I kept up pretty well. I started off with these, and then they have a plan that you follow, that you just lay everything out. It tells you exactly where to put everything. All you have to do is choose your colors to make sure that the colors match up neatly. And I had fun trying to plan it and moving things around to make it look good. So what stopped me on this blanket was that these squares, which are actually my favorite part of it, and you see they're extremely detailed. They took a long time, and I should have gone up a needle size. I think I ended up knitting a couple of them where I did go up a needle size and they're okay, but it meant that there's some that aren't quite the right size. And rather than risking puckering, I'm going to knit some more small panels. It's a patchwork, so I can do what I want. Yes.
There's a little bit of lace on that one.
Yes. So I'm going to knit some more panels and maybe even bring in another pattern, just because.
Why not?
But I had picked up along the edge of one of them to do one of those panels, and it flared out.
Oh, so that didn't fit into.
Yeah. So I'm in the process at the moment. I don't know where it's gone now. It's such a big blanket.
I just love every bit of it. Every time I hold something out, I'm like, oh, I like that better. Oh, I like this better.
So I've decided to. Oh, that one's an interesting one too.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I'm going to knit some panels. I'm going to just measure the hole I need to fill and then knit a panel and sew it in there rather than trying to pick up.
That sounds like a really good solution.
Yeah, because you can imagine, I thought that the squares would block to fit, and they just didn't. It was too tight. And that doesn't usually happen to me. I think it's just because they were so heavily patterned, and they were the only Fair Isle squares amongst all the
they're all very different. So it's
it was very, very fun to knit. And then round the edge you just do it's just a garter stitch border, and you just pick it up and sew it and like knit a bit and then sew it on as you go along.
Is this a Martin Story one as well?
No, this one is by Lisa Richardson.
Oh, okay. She's a Rowan designer too.
Correct. Yeah, they're both Rowan designers, and she does a lot of her patterns. She has crochet patterns too, which are really pretty. And her patterns are her pattern designs are described as slow fashion, contemporary, and timeless designs. And she's actually living in West Yorkshire, which is where I lived for most of my adult life while I was in England. I went to nursing school in Leeds, and then I lived in Yorkshire for about 10 years. It's a really beautiful part of England, and if you get a chance to go up there, lakes and rolling hills, it's beautiful.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be amazing when you're done. We'll show a big picture of it so you can all join in and seeing what she's created. It's just lovely. So good job. Keep going. Don't stop.
Thank you.
Well, I've been working in felted tweed too. It's for a baby's blanket, and it is called Little Squares. I'll let you hold a few out too. And you basically make strips. I believe I've shown this before. I have 4 more strips to go, and you put them all together, and voila, baby blanket. Felted tweed. Got caught up in the colorways, which were really fun. I recommend it. You can use it for any type of yarn. The pattern is just a simple pattern. It would be good for someone who's new to knitting and wants to start with a little color fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend that one too. That one's by Julie Harrison. And
it shows how well all those Rowan colors go together as well.
Doesn't it?
In spite of them being quite different.
Yeah, I did get caught up again. I think I've said it before, and not having it repeat on the same row. So I had to tinker with that a little bit to make that happen better. But it's a fun one. I recommend it. A good one. So we didn't mention what we're wearing today. I am wearing the Felix, which also comes in a cardigan version. Felix is by Amy Christoffers, and I'll just kind of stand up to show you the wonderful work on the side that helps you create it. It's a top down. And I did quarter length sleeves because I felt like I could wear it more here in Savannah that way. It is a woolly wool. It's quite textural. So if you have an aversion to that feely feel, you might not want to make this to go right next to your skin. Um, it's a DK to a worsted weight, so you could supplement that. But I have seen a lot of people make this sweater. It's really popular. One year at one of the festivals, this was a really popular one for people to make that Ryback and such. So it was a fun one to knit, and it's a good beginner. She's a really good writer of patterns, so it makes sense to people who are just starting out. So I recommend that one. And you're wearing what?
And mine is called James. And I've had it for a very long time. It's the designer is Ayni Miller, and it's knitted from Sulka Legato by Mirasol, which is unfortunately a discontinued yarn.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking that a great yarn to knit in would be the Ayni, which we've been talking about a little bit in our last episodes, which is 100% alpaca. And this is, as I say, I haven't had this on for a little while. It's the first time I've worn it, and I like it so much. I think I might be wearing this a little bit more, and maybe even knitting another one.
It fits you well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you find a pattern that you like to wear,
yeah,
you got to make multiples of it.
exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a really pretty color too.
Yes, it is. It's a good one.
It's all fall. Getting ready
All
for
fall.
fall.
Yeah.
That's kind of why we brought the blankets, and we're thinking cozy weather and autumn. And
yeah. I mean, it's not. It's
not in
boiling,
Savannah.
but
that's okay.
It will be. Eventually, we will get a little tiny bit
We're
of
bringing
weather.
it on. Yes.
We're trying our hardest. And they just, this recently in Savannah, they just brought our fountain back.
Oh, that's right. And
the fountain's been missing.
Forsyth Park.
Yes, it's been missing for several months. And
it didn't go away. They had to repair it.
Yes, it's being repaired. It wasn't, nobody stole it.
They had to do some repairs, and they had to send it away to another place. And in doing so, they had to dismantle the entire fountain. And I think it's been a long time since they've done that, like maybe 100 years. So parts had to be made to fit it. So people were very disappointed because they like to have weddings in front of it. It's very iconic, but it's back. And it's the sign that it's time to start.
So come get married in Savannah.
Yeah, and come by and say hi to us. We'd love to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, Carol has a stunning one to share with you next.
Okay, so this is, I knitted 2 blankets. Did I move out of frame? I hope not.
You did. That's why
I knitted 2 blankets out of Berroco Ultra Wool. So the first one was a sheep blanket for my grandson when he was born. It took me 9 months to make it while he was percolating.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's great. It's done in black and grey, and it was very difficult to wrap my brain around it, turning around and doing the back side and flipping the pattern in my head. But I enjoyed it so much that I decided to do another double knit blanket. And so I chose this one, which is by Knitting Lotta, and she has the most amazing patterns, all kinds of double knit patterns. And so this one is called Narnia Adventures. And I've always been a fan of the Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe books ever since I was a child. So here we go. This one, as you can see, has everybody from the Narnia Adventures. Aslan, the king, in the middle. Down here we've got the wardrobe and the 4 children walking towards the wardrobe. We've got the winged horse, the Dawn Treader ship, the lighthouse, the lamp, the lantern when you first go into Narnia. Over here is Mr. Tumnus, and the little mouse with the sword whose name I can't remember, and the beaver. So she's got all the things that really make you think about Narnia.
Let's show the other side.
Yes, here's the other side. That's the beauty of double knitting.
Look at there. Woo, it's gorgeous.
2 blankets for the price of one. And I have this over my couch at home, and I flip it whichever side I feel like looking at. So the construction of it, you do a a 2-color cast on, which is really a very interesting technique, actually. And I think I'm going to make a little technique video about that. It's got a I-cord edging that really binds it off neatly and covers the raw edges. Even though the edges weren't that bad, it does look more professional with the I-cord edging. And so when you're knitting it, you have on your needle, you have for a plain section, you'll have all the white stitches and all the purple stitches. You'll have one white, one purple. And so you're knitting both sides of the blanket at the same time. So you've got twice as many stitches as the width of the blanket, if that makes sense.
That makes sense, yeah.
It is kind
very
of strange
interesting, though, how it all comes together.
And then, like on the big parts of color, you can kind of pull it apart. You can feel that it.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it's double.
It's double, and then it switches when you switch the colors. It keeps it nice and neat together. So this one, I started knitting middle of February, and I finished it in May. So
wow,
a whole lot quicker than the sheet blanket. And I think the thing was, I could take this with me more for a start. And the sheet blanket, I just had to knit it at home because I had to think constantly. But this one, I had the pattern on my iPad, and I actually did try to print the pattern out, and it was crazy. It was crazy.
It was huge pattern.
It was huge, and it didn't work. I hoped that like printing it on separate pieces of paper, I would then be able to put them together like a jigsaw. No, for some reason, it just did not. But on my iPad, I could have the whole thing and then just zoom in on whatever area I was working on. So it worked very well.
Well, you did a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I just love this one. Oh my goodness.
And it gets plenty of airtime at my house. So it was definitely worth knitting. And I do actually need to knit another one, but well, we'll see. Not another Narnia one, some other wonderful knitting lotta design.
Well, you can also crochet double knits.
Yes, double crochets.
Oh, double crochet, correct. Way to go. One of the girls in our knit group, Kat, finished a blanket that she had done using that technique, and it was equally beautiful.
Yes, she did. Hers was purple and grey, and it was a tarot card.
That's right.
And then she did another one in, I think she used brighter colours for the haunted house, or did she?
It was purple.
It was purple again.
She loves purple.
Loves purple. Yes.
So it might have been purple. I don't recall it.
But anyway, beautiful crochet blankets. And I'll see if I can get her to shoot me a photo, and I can.
It'd be great to share because it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's really great. Well.
Yes. So that is all the blankets that we have made. And then we wanted to talk about the blanket that we are going to make. I put the pieces back.
Yeah,
it's okay. They're right here.
Right here.
All right. So go ahead and tell them about the kit.
Well,
they came
one of our friends in the knit group, Janna, purchased an advent calendar last year. And when it came, she decided that she wasn't interested in making anything out of it anymore. So she brought it in to see if any of us had any ideas. And the group decided that wouldn't it be great for each of us to knit a 3x3 square, and then we'll sew it all together and we'll create a blanket to be put right here on our sofa. So everyone started with their own pattern. We didn't have a specific pattern involved. Most people went for this one here. And then we have some beginners, and they just did knit and purl, little stockinette. And then we have crocheters. So they kind of contributed in that way too. So everyone is able to make a little square to go on our blanket. And Carol's gracious enough to block each and every one of them to try to get them as close to 3x3. Because as you know, not everyone knits to the same.
Yeah, we've got quite a bit of variation in sizes, but I blocked them as best I could to the same size, and then once we start putting them together, we'll be able to ease them so they fit.
That one's so pretty.
Yeah, that one's lovely. This one's really good too. With
the colors are fun. Yeah, so because they all came together in an advent calendar, they all kind of go together. There was this one large one left over, and we're trying to see if we have enough squares to complete the blanket with what we have, or we might have to dig into this one, or maybe use it to sew it together. I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't quite decided what to do for the edging or anything yet.
To be determined.
To be determined.
But it sort of reminds me of earlier in the days when I first opened the store, we had everyone make a little sweater that matched their personality or matched something that they knit. And This one was by Tracy, who no longer lives here, but she was a big maker of this particular design of sweater. It was by
The Tracy sweater.
we called it the Tracy sweater. It was a Cornelia Tuttle Hamilton design, and I can't for the life of me think of the name of the pattern. It
I'll
starts
put
with
the
a
name on.
K, and it's difficult to say because everything's not in our language. So anyway, so she crocheted that one. She was known for that. And then another lady that knit with us was from England, like Carol. And so she made this one to go along with hers. And then
We've got this little
that one's
baseball shirt one.
K, and I believe that was K. No, maybe she made one with fuzz because she makes
Kay
dog
likes
sweaters.
fuzz.
So I feel like there
Yeah,
was one with fuzz
there
in
is.
it.
There's a pink fuzzy one.
I saw it. That's Angela. That was Angela.
Angela, yes.
And this one was me. I think I did that
There
one.
you go.
Yeah. So we have more, and we have them in a little display case here. And it's just sort of fun remembrance of people who used to hang out and knit with us in the knit group. So I'm hoping this blanket will kind of be very similar to that.
Yeah. And maybe we need to make some more little sweaters.
I think we
too.
should. These are just egg cozies. When you look on the patterns on Ravelry, it's called egg cozy.
Right.
And so everybody could knit or crochet or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
They're fun, and it's a lot of neat. Just neat.
These make good little decorations as well for Christmas. We
I
did
did
the Christmas
hang 'em.
ones, right?
Yes, we hung them in the Christmas tree one year
Yeah.
too. Carol did quite a and some mittens. There were some fun
Yes,
mittens
the little
that
mittens
you
and the
did.
pom-poms and everything, and
Yes.
hats. Yeah, so little garments make good
Yes,
decorations.
they do. So much fun.
Yeah, especially since you can get little tiny clothespins too.
I know. They're so adorable, right? Well, just some ideas of what we've been working on, and I'm sure we're gonna create more blankets in the future, so if you have your favorite blanket, we would love for you to put it below so we can check it out because, you're never gonna have too many blankets, really.
No, and
That's a
they're
good thing.
such good gifts, really. Although you've got to really love somebody to knit something this big.
Oh, yes. Or the Narnia kind of blanket. Wow, that's a lot
Yeah,
of time, and
yeah.
it's stunning, quite stunning.
I'm going to post a photo, hopefully, of my little grandson when he was tiny, laying on his sheep blanket, so you can see
Adorable.
what that looks like too.
So fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you could join us
Yes,
today.
that
Thanks for
wraps.
and if you have any other ideas for us things that you'd like to see, let us know because we've got plenty of things we can show and share with you. So in the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Like,
And subscribe.
thank you.
Bye.